So this is about live streaming. Live streaming is unforgiving. If anything goes wrong, you don't have a second chance. So you have to really react quickly and have to make sure that everything works fine. The earlier issues arise in live streaming, the earlier in the signal chain they arise, the more components and customers and viewers are affected downstream. So it has an enormous leverage what happens at the beginning of the signal chain. And the third part is bitrate does not equal quality. Network is okay does not mean that everything looks good. So those are dimensions that are independent from each other, and many times we're using the wrong ones. What ops teams need actually, and we know that because at GNL we are often responsible for the whole signal chain, for managing stuff that other people have thought about, and for making sure that everything runs smoothly. You need end-to-end visibility. You need to understand what are the parts of the signal chain, how is everything behaving. You need a definition of what is goodness in the quality of the signal and how good is it what we are currently having, especially if you have redundant signals where you most often only see one published while the others are just waiting to be used just in case. And if something goes wrong, you need to quickly identify what's causing the issue. So you need to be very quick in identifying the root cause of what's happening. So what are we trying to close with the technology that we described today? Currently, the live encoders know a lot about quality because they are encoding. They can compare the signal that they get in and the signal that they generate. But that information is lost in a way, and quality of the actual video content is often needs to be rediscovered later down the signal chain. And this is extra decoding and tooling, which is generating costs and time and effort and can go wrong. So we try to use that information that usually gets lost. And if you don't have that information, often decisions about switching or decisions about quality ratings are based on metrics that are available, like how good is the internet connectivity between the packager and the encoder, or how good is the ping latency that we have. But that does not necessarily tell you something about the quality of the actual signal. So you take available metrics, but not actually the ideal metrics that you need to just to make a decision about the quality of different sources that you have at your hand. So what we are trying to explain today is something we named See It, Score It, Switch It, which means that see it, you look at the encoder already knows a lot about quality. This information gets lost. We don't want to get it lost. We don't want to carry it downstream so that others can work on that. Score it means we take this information, we use standardized names, and we'll talk about these standardizing a lot, standardized name for the different quality dimensions that we have, and that we can then attach numeric values to, so that we have a very strict and flexible way in which we can use that information downstream. And then downstream, we can audit it so that we can track the quality that we have generated or named or scored early on. Or at some point, we can also use it to actually do a switching based on this standardized quality metrics. So that's the three parts that we want to talk about.